So let me share with you this because I think it's important for you to know why safety is important to me, why it matters to me so much. First thing I want you to know is because I care about people. And I care about people because of the simple fact I know each and every one of you in this room has something that you care about. I know that each and every one of you in this room has a picture of maybe it's a child, maybe it's a dog, maybe it's a car. But there's something that you care about that moves your heart, that makes you wake up, that makes you go to work, that makes you do the things that you do. You understand you weren't born with procedure book in your hand like, stop. You were born around things that you actually care about, people that you actually care about. And so I care for people. The next thing is that I want to change the way that people perceive safety. Because we all came into this room and we sat down in these nice and comfortable chairs, we had no concern that these chairs were going to collapse. When you went to sleep last night, you may have heard a plane fly over, but when you heard that plane, you weren't afraid that bombs were coming next. It's because we're in a place and we're in an environment where safety reigns, where we are able to have peace of mind. Safety is more than just within the 8-hour day, and we all know this, but sometimes we forget and we lose sight of the fact that safety is what keeps us in this place. Safety is what keeps us important. Safety is what lets us enjoy the beach and put our toes in the sand and survive Bourbon Street. It's all safety, ladies and gentlemen. And so, not only did I want to change the way that people perceive that safety, but I wanted to let people know that I value the lives of people. Because if we talk about how valuable something is, a lot of times we talk about how rare something is. If you get a regular Harley, you may spend $15,000, but if you want to get the liquid, platinum, powder-coated, super-duper Harley, it's going to cost you a lot more. Do you agree? So if something that is rare raises its value, how many of you are there out there? Here's a lie that's always been told and a lot of us fell for. Have you ever heard, hey, the company can replace you? It's a lie. They can replace your position, but they will never replace. They're not going to make another mother. They're not going to make another father, brother, sister, uncle, aunt. They can fill a title, but they can never fill your shoes. No one has the same bad jokes as you do. When you're gone, there's a void, there's a space, and we know that there's something missing. So I value the lives of people because we all deserve another chance and opportunity. The next thing is that I wanted to share is that I want to challenge people to care for themselves. This may sound ridiculous, but a lot of times when we take shortcuts, like not putting on our seatbelt because it takes a little bit longer to get to the place where we need to go, or when we see employees not wearing the face shield or not wearing the proper PPE because they want to save a couple minutes, we understand that, hey, if you really care about that thing or that slideshow that you care about, when we come to these moments and we decide to take that shortcut, we're putting all those things that we care about in a balance. Am I willing to save $30, $30,000 to sacrifice being with my family, to sacrifice being able to do the things that I love to do? You understand that major things don't have to happen to you to change your life. There's something that can happen to you that'll just mess you up, and it's called a splinter. You'll lose focus for a good 2 hours trying to find out how to get the splinter out or create something to move it. You'll start building tweezers. But you're so frustrated and confused from this frustration because this challenge has come and appeared and you can't even see it half the time. So your life can be changed, but we need to care for ourselves so that we can get back to those things that we care about the most. And the last and most important thing is that I want people to care for me and my family and myself the way that I try to care for other people. Because the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is your family and my family may be at home right now. Someone that you love is not here. And in this moment, in the next 5 minutes, something can go wrong where the predator decides to target your child, where the robber decides to target your husband or your spouse or your friends, or your father or your mother falls down in the kitchen and hurt themselves. And right now, there's nothing that you can do about that. The only thing we can do is hope and pray that the person who is going to respond will care for them in the same way that we care for them. We'll do the same thing for them that we would do for them if we were there. But you're not. So think about the other side of that coin. Your family and your friends are at home. They don't know where you are. They don't know what you're doing. But all they know and hope is that if something goes wrong, that person sitting next to you that they don't even know will care enough about you to do something to save your life in the case of an emergency. So understand, ladies and gentlemen, it is our obligation to be safety people to one another. Because how can we expect somebody we don't even know, whether it's a police officer or a stranger in the parking lot, to care for our families and then have the audacity to come and not care for somebody else because they're a Redskins fan? And we have to care about every single person. We cannot have this high level of expectation for strangers to care for our family, but then you not care for the stranger of the family member sitting right next to you. We have to care for people.